What's up, guys? My name is Anthony. I'm a doctor of physical therapy, and today I'm reacting to sports injuries and giving you my analysis on why they happened. In the wide world of sports, we deal with injuries every single day in athletics, and they can be a huge hindrance to performance. So, you're going to see some familiar faces in here and a different perspective on what's going on and what the potential outcomes might be.
Yeah, they both missed. It looked like they came together.
He fell back on his own ankle.
Yes.
So we're starting with the banger. That was Dustin Poirier and Conor McGregor in their third fight. I remember being at B-dubs when this happened, and I started jumping up and down, and I was like, he fractured his leg. He fractured his leg. Conor ended up fracturing his tibia and his fibula, and speculation leading up to the fight was Conor had a stress fracture, which is a microscopic fracture, in the primary bone of his lower leg. Dustin Poirier ended up checking one of Conor McGregor's high kicks, which caused further bone damage. And all it takes is a certain rotational or pivotal movement, which he ended up doing when he was stepping back on that rear leg, for that bone to completely fracture or break. And unfortunately, Conor still has not returned to the octagon now in over 4 years, but hopefully the Mac makes a return.
Points 4th and 4. Pressure. Tua steps up. He's going to run for the first down and takes a shot at the 6-yard line.
That was back in 2024. That was Dolphins quarterback Tua rushing on a scramble and going headfirst into Damar Hamlin's chest on the tackle. That's just asking for a concussion. Going full force, even though your body's bracing, your brain can't brace. It's floating in this viscous substance called cerebrospinal fluid, and it's called coupe contra coupe. All that is when your brain actually rocks off the front of your skull and the back of your skull, causing injury or causing impact, internal bruising, potentially bleeding, otherwise known as a concussion. And every concussion you have, which that is not Tua's first concussion, it increases the brain's vulnerability due to hormonal imbalances and then also potential blood vessel leakage. And remember, things never heal 100%. They might get 90 or 95%, but that chance lowers the more times an injury occurs. Fortunately, Tua has returned to play, but this does place him at a higher risk of concussions as the year goes on. Very nasty injury. I'd also like to point out, if you see the positioning that his body was in after that play, how his arm shot up, that directly indicates a traumatic brain injury. That's called decorticate positionings. And essentially, it's a reflex from your brainstem to bring your arms up as a protective mechanism. So I'm happy he's back, but I don't know what the longevity is of his NFL career.
You guys, you wanted us. You were crying out that you bypassed the harder team in Miami Heat.
Rose came down bad on his left foot. See him holding onto his knee and down.
Yeah, it's before he comes down. It's the plant right there on that left leg.
There was some give on that knee, and you could see it.
Looked like it went in, too.
That's what I'm saying.
So that was Derrick Rose in the 2012 NBA playoffs. And as you see, when he's driving to the basket and he's going to push off of the ground with that left leg, his knee almost hyperflexes. He ended up suffering an ACL tear, which is very interesting because usually the method of injury for an ACL tear is hyperextension, meaning your leg's nice and straight, and it essentially becomes too straight, stressing that ACL and tearing it. This was the opposite. As he was bending, his knee ended up becoming hyperflexed or too bent. And what happens is that tibia or that lower leg bone shifts forward too much, tensioning the ACL in between the femur and just tearing it. Unfortunately, Derrick Rose was never the same after that ACL tear in 2012. He suffered another knee injury in 2013. Then his career was just riddled with injuries. He was expected to be the next MJ or one of the greatest players of all time. But he still had a pretty successful career. I'm still figuring out this whole long form video thing, so give me a chance to get better at it. I'm going to work on the editing to make it even smoother and to try to get side-by-side comparison on the reacts videos. I just wanted to give a little bit of a breakdown of some of these important injuries that have happened in sports over the years. But if you guys could, drop what you want to see down in the comments, either here on a long form video or on one of my shorts. I would love to put out information that you want to see. Give a like if you could to support the channel. And also, we're almost at 500 subscribers. So if you do take the time to watch this, please subscribe. It's going to help me out tremendously. My goal is to hit 1,000 by February. So we're closing in. Thank you for watching. Stay healthy, and we'll see you next video. Thanks, guys.